Greetings, D&D players, enthusiasts, and observers alike, and welcome back to Chronicles of Kriath. My name is Emma, and I will be your DM today and every day that this wonderful campaign exists. Let's go around the virtual table and get a quick reminder of everyone that's playing today. So we will start with our wonderful friend Andrew and go around from there.
Alrighty, I am, Andrew, playing Dial Thu, the reborn lizardfolk cleric/druid.
Hi, I'm Gia. I am playing Chatwin Darcy, my reborn sorcerer gal.
I'm Nathan, and I'm playing Rubo, comedic asshole. He's a Aasimar rogue paladin.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I'll be playing Damien Travers. I'm an old man who spent most of his life blacksmithing, kind of all there is to it. And he's an artificer that doesn't know that he has magic.
Fancy. So, last time, these four kooky characters took their first steps into the port town of Rockford, a hub for merchant and passenger ships looking to get as close to the Sparkling Grove as they possibly can. They dealt with residual effects of their lone travels, both good and bad, and converged at the door of the Stormy Sail Inn and Tavern, which literally has a sail for a sign. There, they opened the door to discover a bar-wide tavern brawl in progress and a desperate bartender willing to pay them whatever it took to stop it. While Rubo waited out the violence and managed to snag one or two free drinks in the process, the rest of the party used a variety of methods, some more questionable than others, to calm down the rowdy sailors and halt the destruction of the bar. So, we now return to the Stormy Sail Inn and Tavern. The bar fight now quelled, the promise of free drinks in the air. And you guys watch as the people who were originally starting a ruckus in the tavern start turning over tables and bar stools so that they have a place to sit to receive their free drinks that were promised to them. And the bartender, grumbling the entire time as he surveys the damage of his tavern, kind of looks back at you as he flips 3 bar stools for those who assisted in quelling the chaos, and looks back and goes, you can have a seat wherever you wanna. Well, I guess here's as good as any, but let me know what you want. I'll give you drinks on the house as well.
Right, of course. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Can I slip in and take a seat in one of those seats before one of these three?
Steal the seat out of my dress just to be an asshole.
I mean, is anyone trying to take one of the seats? Or
Yeah, I'm going to sit down.
Damien would be trying to sit down as well.
Yeah, same Dial Thu, but like at a casual pace.
Yeah, we're all sitting down.
Okay.
And you're just playing fucking musical chairs.
Yeah.
Well, I was over by the bar, just kind of standing there, like, as the brawl was going on, so I'm assuming it's like, he's, like, next to me. These chairs are all flipped next to me, so, like, as they go to approach him, I just, like, slide in real quick and sit down.
Alrighty. Yeah, and you guys watch as a figure with long black hair slides into one of the seats that were originally flipped up for you guys.
That's as he sees him, because if I remember correctly, he was in the pile of sleeping bodies at one point, right? Rubo was?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Dial Thu's just going to say, didn't I put you to sleep? Were you not one of those rowdy ones?
No, not at all. You haven't told enough boring jokes for me to fall asleep yet. But if you'd like to start, I'll share a drink and we can see what happens.
But then why were you just laying with them on the ground? I don't...
When? Earlier?
Right, earlier, just a few seconds ago.
Oh, I've seen that trick before. He's just trying to stay out of the way.
Not my fight. Why should I fight it?
But then why were you inside and you could have just left? No?
The ale's in here, I believe. Right? And I, like, knock on the counter of the bar.
I'll go ahead and get drinks from the bar and just undeliver Rubo one quietly. Just deliver him a drink.
Yes, please. I just take both hands.
Right. As I set the mug on the table for you and take my own seat, I just for a moment kind of go and reach back into my throat and pull out the shard of glass that got absorbed through my arm and just kind of quietly put it over my shoulder and sit down.
No, that's a party trick.
I'm sorry. Oh, nothing. Anyways, hi. Sorry about the.
You might want
Sorry.
to get that looked at. I don't think glass is supposed to come out your throat.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just it's a allergies. No, that's.
I saw he called himself a magician, but he used to stick whole wine bottles down his throat and then shatter them and puke the pieces back out. It was crazy. No blood. It wouldn't hurt him. It's probably something like that. It's just like a magic trick.
Right. It's like sword swallowing. It's fine.
Are you a carny? I've always wanted to meet a carny.
Sure.
Well, that's weird.
Rubo, good to meet you. I reach my hand out to shake your hand.
Chatwin Darcy. Reach out and shake your hands.
Ooh, Darcy, fancy last names. Good to meet you.
Davy's gonna just pick up another stool, put it down, and sit down and be like, "Can I have a stiff drink, please? I really don't care what kind."
I got some whiskey in the back. Hang on.
I appreciate it.
He walks to the back. Chat, when you see him kind of shoot you a glare as he starts grumbling about all the mess, even making it to the back of the bar.
I really did. I warned him. You heard me, right? I warned him. I can't do like quiet, not like you made them all fall asleep very quietly, very easily. You heard me say it. I can't do. I'm not a subtle person. I don't do non-lethal things like that. That's out of my realm of possibility.
Could you have then put the fire out, or it was? I mean, that's fine, I suppose, but I mean that could have spread to the whole.
I really only ever learned how to start. I'm not really sure how to do the opposite. I know how to start really well, but it's fine though. It's
Okay.
I guess it means you're good at starting a campfire, eh?
right. Yes. Very good. Very good at that. It's fine. This place is only a little bit singed. I'm sure they're insured. I'm sure.
I slam my now empty mug of ale down on the table, and I go, water. That's how you put fire out.
Does that also mean you want a water?
No.
Yes, that's.
As the bartender comes back and pours Damien his whiskey.
No. Another ale, though.
I'll take water though.
He nods, looks at Thalthu. Anything for you?
Okay, so quick question, because I don't think I remember. Was I given grog on the ship, or was it ale?
They gave you ale.
Okay, then ale, I suppose.
And he'll nod and go back, fill up 3 more pitchers of ale, bring them all back, set them down. Oh, and one more thing for the 3 of you that actually did something. And he ducks under the counter and pops back up with small bags of gold for each of you and places one in front of each of you 3.
Oh, mate, you don't gotta do that. The drink's perfectly fine. You keep your coin, you earned it. And you gotta repair the shop. I'm pretty good with a hammer and making nails and such if you need some.
Oh, really? That would actually be really helpful. I don't know what I need yet. I haven't fully looked everything over because I will be tempted to clean everything myself. But I'll see what needs repaired, and if you're still in town, I'll definitely let you know. Most people are usually just...
If he doesn't want the free gold, and I just start to like trickle my hand across the counter?
He swipes the gold off the counter.
I've already snatched up mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
How much is it?
It's 20 gold for the 2 of you.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was just going to say, may the stars bless you as he picks up the bag. Or guide you, rather.
What is it? Valthu?
No, I can't say it. Thaelthu.
Thaelthu?
Thaelthu. I mean, if he mispronounces it, it's fine.
Yeah, so Damien's gonna look over at Thaelthu and be like, You're interesting looking individual. I've never seen anyone like you in my entire life. Granted, my life's been stuck in one little village the entirety of it, but where do you come from?
Just to say, there is a pause. Like that pause is purposeful. Well, a forest. I know that much. Well, to be honest, I don't have a name for it necessarily. Somewhere not too far from it, I believe it was called Barkaby, I believe. Well, I could bore you with the details, I suppose, but no, I'm not sure exactly where I'm from, and I think there are others like me, I'd imagine. Oh, I'm not sure about this, and he kind of like raises one of his arms and kind of gestures with the other one. This I think is special. I think. I hope.
I slam my second empty ale back on the counter and I say, "That's a real party trick." Can I try to raise my hand like I want to give you a high five? Is it can I
I don't know what you're going for. What?
He wants a high five. Yeah, hand to hand. It's kind of like a thing that us mates do.
Oh, right. Sure. And he'll like.
Very,
Yeah,
very gentle.
Is it feel like? What's it feel like? Is it like solid?
Yeah, it's. I don't know what the texture would be like. I haven't really given that much thought to it, but it'd be solid. Like it's still like a a hand.
I imagined that they were smooth like glass.
I think I get goosebumps. I'm like, ooh, weird. I expected soft, not hard.
Can I? I'm sorry. Tell me if this is too much, but that's very. Can I just look at your hands? It's very.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure. I suppose, and he'll like
I fully turn away from Rubo.
Oh.
I just want to very gently take Theothu's hand in mine and just kind of observe it. Just kind of, have I ever seen anything like this before, or seen anything maybe akin to this? Like, this is a very strange phenomenon.
Make me a history check.
Oh, I'm pretty good at history. Ooh, 16 plus 6 is 22.
You remember back from your time in the sanatorium, you remember a few of the thralls that you worked with having some strange side effects from their resurrections? But other than that, definitely nothing of this caliber. Maybe like a few of them had like different colored eyes, or they would have 2 left feet instead of your normal everyday human body.
I am lucky that I came back so normal. Obviously.
And at that thought, Santhavek chimes in and goes, "But did you really?"
I came back so completely normal. I actually say aloud before remembering that I'm with people. Sorry, I'll release Theothu's hands. That's very interesting. I've seen things sort of akin to that before. You said you can't remember where you're from.
No, not exactly. No. But that's interesting.
Or you just don't know. There's no name.
Perhaps. I'm not sure, but. Well, these are, blessings from Horikosh themselves, I believe.
Meanwhile, Damien has like 20-something pamphlets of different cities. It's like shuffling through them, and he's like, "Wait, what? Where was that place you said that you been that was close to your home?"
Barkaby. I think the sign said it had 200 people. I don't know if that helps.
Do I have a pamphlet for Barkaby in my enormous collection that my daughter left me?
Go ahead and make an, I guess either perception or investigation, whichever you would prefer.
I will do an investigation check. That is an 11.
11. You sift through all the pamphlets very quickly. You don't see a Barkaby in the crazy amount of pamphlets that you have received.
Oh, hey! This Barkaby place sounds like a place my daughter hasn't been. It'd be cool if I could go and get a pamphlet from there and send it to her.
Do I remember seeing a pamphlet stand? Or any place that may have had one in my brief time at that town?
You can make a history check and see if you remember.
Gonna assume not. It's a 7 plus 5 for a 12.
You were more concerned with other things when you went to that town. You don't remember seeing anywhere with a pamphlet.
I don't think they have pamphlets there. They had a tent.
A tent. All right, I guess.
Wait, so you're a carny?
No, at least I don't think so. No, I don't mean to be rude, but you're all quite asking me a lot of questions. Not that I mind, but
Sorry.
who are what your all names?
I don't know. You guys all look very weirdly familiar to me. Like I don't know. There's something about all of you. It's like a dream that like a nightmare. Honestly, the worst dream I've ever had. But I feel like I recognize you guys somehow.
Yeah, that's people have said that to me before. That makes sense. Sorry, it's a lot of times people say nothing. Never mind. I'm Tatwin. I'll say it.
And he'll say, "That'll do," and if you offer his hand, he'll shake it.
Damien's gonna look over and be like, "I'm Damien. Damien Travers. I'm a blacksmith."
Oh, and I'm Rubo. Sorry. Just like drinking again.
Are you all passing through Rockford, or locals or anything?
Oh, I got dragged here by some giant sea monster thing.
Oh,
I don't understand how I lived after it swallowed me, but I woke up in some lady's room and she was like drying my clothes. She's a nice, sweet lady.
right. Yeah.
Totally normal.
Yeah. I get the feeling that we're all incredibly normal people sitting here at this table, and that there's nothing strange about any of us.
That doesn't seem true at all.
I was going to say, not for me, this isn't normal. But then again, I don't mean any offense. I'm not from around here, so I'm not used to seeing people create sparkly, colorful lights that turn things on fire.
Oh, me neither.
That's a very unique thing to see for me. I'm used to fire just being orange and red when I beat on metal with a hammer.
I'm not sure. I don't mind it. I'm not sure why it does. I'll summon a tiny little flame in my hand and hold it out to Damien. But I mean, it does the same thing. It's just, but it looks
kind of
nice.
beautiful.
Oh, put it out.
You guys see Rubo's like already a little drunk. He's just
It's like mid morning. It's it's like we're not even into it.
I know, I got a really late start. I apologize. I'm normally much more fun by this point.
I want to give Rubo a really hard slap on the back.
Perps.
Oh.
I don't know where that came from. I'm so sorry. You know what? I will take a water.
The bartender kind of just gives you that look that you've seen on plenty of bartenders' faces every time you ask for a water that's like, it's about fucking time. And he goes back to get you the water, puts it in front of you.
How big is Rubo, like physically?
He's about like 6 foot, 125, 130 pounds.
So you're tiny, like with
Yeah, I'm not big.
He's a gangly motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean he's he's not really tall, but he's not really short, and yeah, he's very, very skinny.
Damien's just gonna kind of look at you and be like, "Lad, I don't know where you put all that away at."
Neither do I.
It goes to the hair. That's my guess.
He kind of runs his fingers through his hair. His hair is just like greasy and dirty, and he's like, maybe.
Yeah, there's still a bit of seawater at the end of it.
Yeah, a little bit of vomit.
I'd believe it. Gross. I am scooting away from Rubo at this point. In comparison, I am so well kept and so obsessively clean in every aspect of my physical being. So I am just trying not to.
Rubo's a street person. He's a dirty, and he's even worse right now because he was just throwing up for a week.
Gross.
He just kind of like shakes his hair out. Like, I think normally his hair is like a prideful like thing of beauty for him, because he's like, I feel like he's a fairly handsome guy, and he just shakes it out. A little like piece of something like flies off, and he's like, do you have a bath?
The owner of the tavern looks at him and goes, I mean, if you rent a room, then you can use the tub in there.
Lad, I'll rent a room for him to take a bath. That's kind of a necessary thing. Look at him up and down. He looks like I almost looked when I was on a ship.
Yeah, I think I look like that monster that brought you here.
I know you don't have a big shell on your back.
Yeah, okay. That's like I said, we're all normal, we're all fine.
Oh, yeah. And at that point, the bartender says, well, if you're renting the room for him, that's, I usually charge about $1 a night. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's very kind, thank you.
If you're looking to stay, you could bunk with me. I don't take a lot of room.
I'll go ahead and have my own room, if you would. Here's the silver.
I don't want to impose and have you pay for 2 rooms when you don't need to. I'll sleep on the floor.
I mean, nah, I'm good. I can sleep on the floor. I don't mind.
Well, okay.
And he'll pull 2 keys off the wall and kind of look back to Thalthu. Be like, do you want your own room?
Oh, I wasn't sure if I was planning to spend the night here. But if might as well, I suppose. I am still waiting on those others to maybe show up. Sure.
There are more of you?
Oh, not of me, but sailors on the ship
Oh,
that I had arrived on.
I thought there was going to be more of these, like, cool tentacle arms.
No, I don't think so. At least, I believe they're special.
What about, like, your mother and father? Like, where everyone has flowy arms?
I don't think so. I think they had normal scaled arms and and in little claws like by kind. No, I am blessed by Horikosh, so I do believe that. Well, there are probably others who have been blessed by him as well, but probably not too many. I would think, or hope, or I don't know.
I think I lean into Damien. I'm like, who's Horikosh?
I was just about to ask that. What? Who's Horikosh? I don't know the name. I apologize. I'm a very simple man, so.
The amount of times you say that I am a very simple man is, I have to say, it's a bit disconcerting. I feel like there's nobody says it that many times, unless they're trying to prove something. I just have to point that out. It's a bit. Anyways.
I mean, I can refrain from saying that if it makes you feel uncomfortable. I do apologize.
No, it's fine. I'm just I watch Damien closely as I take a slow drink of my water.
And Santavek whispers, yes, keep an eye on him. He is strange.
It's fine. I just keeping an eye out.
This is fair, but you are right. He makes too many comments about being a simple man. There is something there. We will find it, and we will exploit it.
I think they're all a little bit strange. Really, it's like if I just walk into a place and I go like, I'm just a normal girl. It's fine. I'm a normal person. Like, you don't say that many times unless you're trying to convince others like ahead of time before they get suspicious.
Are you saying all this out loud?
You guys are welcome to make perception checks to hear it if you would like.
Yeah, that's the only way I can talk with her is by speaking out loud. So I just have a hand over my mouth and I'm speaking very quietly. It's not telepathic. I have to speak out loud.
I mean, I got a 2. I don't hear nothing.
Oh boy.
Can I do like stealth?
I was gonna say you could roll stealth or sleight of hand, whichever's better, but that works.
I got a 1.
I also got a 1.
I got 11 plus 3 for stealth, 14.
I think I just clapped my hand onto Damien's shoulder. I'm like, you seem like a simple guy. I get the vibe.
Oh, just oblivious as shit. The only way I can actually like catch your guys' attention if I do something really weird, like pull glass out of my throat, I guess.
But anyway, Horikosh is the god of space and time. More space is the important part. Created the stars and all that. I think. Am I jumping too far on that one?
No, you're not.
So like he created the ballerina, the noble knight. You know, the constellations. Me and my daughter used to make pictures out of them.
Oh yeah. I wasn't familiar with those two, but yes. He is the one who set them in the sky or in the heavens above.
That's a pretty cool person.
God, but yes.
And you've met them?
No, or at least I don't think so. I feel like I would remember that. No, but I am. He has given me his blessing, I am certain. Again, gestures to his arms.
Well, that's really cool.
DM, in all of my studies and book learning, what do I know a lot about, like, Horikosh? Is this, I guess, would I know that this vibe about Theothu is correct in regards to Horikosh? Like, oh yeah, blessing for Horikosh. That seems normal given what I know about the deity.
Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to flex my intelligence score, guys. I worked hard. Oh, that's only a 6 + 4. That's 10.
All right. You never really were too enthusiastic about your studies of the gods, but you do remember it saying that Horikosh is in fact the god of time and space, and that he helped create the stars and the constellations and whatnot when the gods shaped the world into what it is.
So my shifty gaze kind of goes from Damien to Theothu and kind of just like a nod that goes like, checks out. just fucking making eyes at everyone at the table.
Ruba, you said your name was. Would you mind going and taking a bath, please?
Yeah, sure. Ale for the bath, please.
The bartender kind of side-eyes you for a moment and is like, I think you've had enough, buddy.
Wow. I will not be recommending this to anyone, and I get up and I start walking off.
Do you need soap? Do you have some on you?
Nope.
There's soap in the room. Please make sure to use it.
Yes. Soap's good. Keep yourself clean.
I just stumble. I also realize I don't really recognize where I'm going. I'm like, wait, where's the... Is it like stairs or something?
Yes, there is a set of stairs, and he goes, it's the first one on the left.
I'll be back. I just stumble up the stairs.
Please make me a dexterity save to see
He's gonna fall down the stairs.
to make sure you don't fall down the stairs.
Oh my god, please fall down the stairs.
Oh no.
Probably not. It is a 21 total.
All right, you managed to keep your footing despite being a little wobbly as you stumble up the stairs.
I am a lifetime alcoholic. These 5 drinks I'm fine.
Got experience in this apartment.
I'm just also doing it on a week-long empty stomach, so it was hitting a little hard.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Damon's gonna finish his drink and then kind of look around the bar and be like, well, I might as well try to put this place back together, and starts going over, picking up what tables aren't completely destroyed and chairs and stuff.
And the bartender kind of looks at you and goes, oh, you don't have to do that. I can take care of that when we close, but thank you.
Don't mention it, mate. It's all right.
And he nods and goes, well, if you guys are looking at staying around for a little bit and need some extra cash, I'm usually one of the top distributors of work in this area for passersby. I didn't exactly get a chance to put out the new jobs yet, so if all of you, whether you'll be taking them individually or together, wanted first crack.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm just sort of, I'm going from job to job, so.
I can say I don't require any work. I have my own tasks to take care of. Do you know how far away the Sparkling Grove is, actually?
Well, it's depends on where you're looking to go. The outskirts are about a day's travel away. If you're trying to go further, I can't tell you how much further is further, since there are different spots where the forest turns you around depending on where you are. It's kind of weird.
Right. Well, thank you.
I read about that in my pamphlet my daughter gave me. I was looking at trying to see that place as well.
Are you guys trying to walk through it? I am. I'm. That's something I really want. I want to walk through the Sparkling Grove, in a straight line. I don't know if I'll get some string or something to tie on the trees so I can keep track of myself. But I've heard that some people try that. They try to go through in a straight line, and they always end up, miles away from where they started, and it's just very confusing. I want to be the first person to walk a straight line through there. Are you guys going to try it too?
Yes, I think so.
Oh.
Do you know if they've just tried strings, or, I mean, I'm almost certain that the stars will guide me, and I'm curious if others have tried that. If you know.
I'm not sure. I mean, I've been researching it for a bit to prepare to enter, but there's not a lot on it. Again, it's sort of like this magical phenomenon, and it's one of those things that nobody really understands. So there's not a lot of information that I've been able to find on it, and I don't know what people have tried before. People don't document their findings, which is insane to me. Why don't you write things down? But no, that's sort of my plan. I want to get rope or string or something to sort of track where we've been. And if you're good at tracking stars, I have no doubt that would be incredibly helpful.
Oh, not to try and be like questioning and all, but can you see the stars through the treetop, or are you going to like climb the trees?
That's
Oh,
a good question.
well, I can see them sometimes through this, and he touches a necklace around his neck that's it's just a crystal. It's a star map that can help when the stars are not always visible, but I mean, there's always some clearings, and if need be, I guess I could climb a tree, but I'd rather not.
Well, I just want to see it. It was one of the points of interest my daughter marked on one of my pamphlets.
Do you have one for the Sparkling Grove?
Yeah. And pulls out the one with about Rockford and the Sparkling Grove and hands it to her.
Oh, I read that bitch. I'm so excited. Ooh. I take it out, I flatten it against the table, and then I take out my little notebook and I flatten it against the table, and I begin to transcribe all of the information from the pamphlet into my book. Very, very small, very, very fast writing, like.
Yeah. You start filling up this notebook fairly quickly, and you guys are kind of amazed at the speed at which she's writing as these notes are taken down. Chatwin, you discover a myriad of interesting things, sort of expanding on the knowledge you already had.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It basically says that the Sparkling Grove has been this sort of weird phenomenon in the world since its discovery. No one, as far as they know, has been able to walk through it, although there are a few folks who have gone missing that have tried and have never returned. There is like a list of names off to the side as if to say, like, to honor the fallen, quote unquote. And there's a list of about 10 names total that you see. There's not that many. But everyone else who has talked about it has reported going in at one portion and expecting to keep going, and then coming out right where they tried to enter the forest within like a minute. And no one ever remembers how they got turned around or why. And so many people have come, a lot of scientists, a lot of worshippers of various gods. There have been rumors started that Morikyo, the god of nature and civilization, has taken up refuge in the center of the Sparkling Grove, but no one knows for sure if that's true or not even his followers.
And I don't happen to recognize any of the names on the list from any point in my lifetime. I haven't like seen them anywhere else. They're not like famous historical figures or somebody that, I might have met. Nothing like that.
No.
Okay. As soon as I transcribe all the information, I'm gonna kind of go like, good. I'll fold it back up and give the pamphlet back to Damien. Thank you for that. Good information there.
Oh, not a problem. I got like 20 pamphlets from my daughter marked all the interesting places.
Oh, I'm definitely going to, at one point in the future, I get the chance, I'm going to take all the information that you have from all these pamphlets.
Alright.
And chat when you see that, like, during some point of your conversation, as you turn back, the bartender has laid out 3 posters for jobs in front of you, since you were the one that mentioned that you were looking at jobs, and he kind of looks over at Thelthu and Damien and says, there are a couple that are closer or on the way to the Sparkling Grove if you needed some extra cash on the way, but don't feel pressured to take them. Usually some vigilante or wannabe hero will come by and take it every once in a while, so somebody will solve everyone's problems. Doesn't necessarily have to be you guys.
Are they dangerous?
I mean, looks down at a couple of them. Sounds like a bunch of wild animals to me.
Oh, I'll probably take one on my way out there. Making a little extra money ain't too bad of a thing.
Would we have to come back here to collect rewards? Like would have to double back to Rockford?
Not necessarily. As long as you take the poster, they usually keep the reward. They don't pass it to us. They just want us to help them find somebody to take the job, and most traffic comes through here.
So you're just a distributor. You're not the source of this job posting, sort of.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. I'll go ahead and take a look at the jobs posted.
Damien's gonna go upstairs after like tidying up a bit to look to see if Rubo's okay. Make sure he didn't drown in the bath.
He's drowned in the bathtub, role of your character.
You enter in, and I'm fully submerged under the water entirely. Just
Kind of comes over and is like, "Lad," pulls your head above you.
oh, I fell asleep again.
Oh God!
He's like a toddler. You can't leave him unattended. He needs adult supervision.
You think you're done so you don't drown while you sleep?
I swear I can hold my alcohol better than this, but I really need to eat something.
I'll go get a meal once I know you're out of the tub.
Okay. I said finish cleaning myself up and jump out. I think the other thing you notice as you come into the room is that like I just kind of scattered my things about as I took them off. Like the room's already messy because of my shits everywhere. And I just I don't throw back on everything. I just get a shirt and my pants back on and some shoes. Hair's still probably dripping wet. I just make my way back down to the bar.
Mm-hmm. You definitely smell slightly better, but you realize, Damien, as you kind of follow him back down, that a lot of the vomit stench is stuck to the clothes as much as it was stuck to him.
Oh, lad, get back in there. I got some spare clothes.
Okay. I come back in. I just strip right in front of him. No shame. Just start throwing all of my belongings into the tub.
I'm going to hand him a spare set of clothes, and it's like...
It's massive on me, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You wear it like a sack.
I am big, tall, brawny.
I think I just take the shirt from you, and it's like a nightgown for me. I'm basically wearing a shirt dress, and I'm like, the pants aren't gonna fit. It's fine until everything dries.
You can have my belt. I don't think you should go down there in your birthday suit. At least not half of it, you know?
Yeah, it's all right.
Hands him a pair of pants and a
You're gonna
belt.
have to poke some extra holes in that belt.
Yeah.
Get a knife in it.
I'm a blacksmith. I can do that.
Yeah.
I say I really don't mind freeballing a dress. It's not offensive to me.
It's you're gonna sit on a bar stool. You might get a splinter where you don't want it. I highly recommend you put on.
Been there, done that.
Oh, lad, please put on the pants. Please, I'm begging you.
If I must, and I pull the pants on. I could fit like 4 of me in the pants. I don't know.
He's gonna get the belt around you and tighten it down. Notice he needs to make a hole. Makes a hole. There. Now it doesn't look too bad, I guess.
He looks like Peter Parker in that one outfit, in that the pajama pants and the baggy shirt.
I think I'm wearing hammer pants now. Sorry to all the Zoomers listening that don't understand that.
Damien, he definitely looks like if that one time you tried to put your son in clothes that were too big for him.
It's a lot better than going down free balling. Just say it.
Rubo has 0 shame, so I come back down in this insane attire. I feel like as I walk, it's everything's kind of dragging behind me almost a little bit, and I'm just making my way down the stairs.
As you make your way down the stairs, you see Chatwin looking over 3 sheets of paper. Chatwin, the jobs that were set in front of you, the one on the left details that a local monastery dedicated to Morikyo, the god of nature and civilization, states that they need help with. They have an infestation of a very unusual creature that they don't quite know what it is, and they would like some assistance either figuring out what it is and capturing it, killing it if it's too dangerous to capture. The second details a local farm experiencing an increased loss of livestock over the past several weeks. It's mainly been losing sheep and goats, as it says in the thing, but they've lost a couple cows and even some of the sheep dogs as well. So they would really like someone to help get rid of whatever is killing off their livestock. The last thing is from the mayor of a small town right on the outskirts of the Sparkling Grove that states that a few tourists have gone missing after leaving their town to go try and make their way through the Sparkling Grove. Some of their belongings have been found, which isn't common for all the other missing persons that have been detailed, as you would remember in the pamphlets. So they think that someone or something has either taken them or killed them for whatever reason, and they would like help in figuring out who or what did it.
Can you say the god that that monastery is dedicated again?
Morikyo. Morikyo.
Oh, perfect. And that's the one that you said was like possibly in the center, like rumored to possibly be in the center of the Sparkling Grove, deterring people from coming in.
Yes.
I think I make my way over to Chatwin as she's like reading these over. First, I'll look over to the bartender and be like, "Food? Do you have like a nice charcuterie board, or what do you got?"
We've got a meat and cheese board. Is that what you're asking about?
Yes,
Wonderful.
meat and cheese board. And I look at Chatwin. I'm like, he doesn't even know what a charcuterie board is. Where the fuck are we?
I don't know. I don't understand how people don't know these kinds of things. I feel like that's something that everyone should know, you know? Like, that's just common knowledge, right?
Have some class. My God.
Right. They're the weird ones.
You see him disappear into the back, and a couple minutes later, he does come back out with a board covered in sliced meats and cheeses.
This is what I needed. I just start like going to town, like trying to house this whole charcuterie board. Not in a disgusting like I'm just like handfuls of meat, but I'm like pretty hungry, so I'm eating pretty quickly.
Rubo, have you ever like stacked them in different, like do a slice of meat and then a kind of cheese over it, like a sandwich kind, but you do different kinds for each layer, and you just try and see like the different flavor combinations, try to see which ones work with the others, like stack them.
See, I've always ate all the cheese and then all the meat.
Like you do all the cheese and all the meat separately. You don't eat them together.
Yeah, I eat all the cheese, and then I eat all the meat.
Okay, I'm going to take some.
I thought that's how it was supposed to be
You can eat
eaten.
them however you want, but the best way, the way I do it is the right way. Okay, so I'll stack them together and make little sandwiches out of some of the meat and cheese, and then hold it out to him. Try it like this.
And you see a single tear just roll down his face.
See,
So
it's great.
good.
It takes like 2 seconds of effort to make these little meat and cheese sandwiches, but it's so good. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
I feel changed. I feel changed for the better.
I know.
I ate one. It's like a certain meat and cheese combination. I'm like, oh no, not that one though. That one was weird.
Right. Some of them are a bit weird, but that's why you try them.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep going.
I'm opening up his palate.
I'm just like trying to like make as many combinations as possible.
Chatwin invented Lunchables, canon.
Amazing.
Why are you two putting so much effort into what you're eating?
I'm fine. It's for Rubo mostly, but I just think that if I can tell people like, oh, you want a good meal, try this, then why not?
I mean, you guys, all of you don't just have berries that you can just eat, and I'd like to just cast good berry at this time as I like produce 10 little, imagine like little like tiny star fruits.
Oh, wait! I'm going to take some of the good berries and and just kind of put some of the good berries and cheese and hold it out to Rubo. Try this, the fruit and cheese. Try it like this.
You mix them?
Yes!
That's not what they're for. You can just have them normally. It's
Never have them normally again. I'm telling you, this is delicious.
Combine them with other things. Yes, they're good on their own, but the flavor can be enhanced. I'm trying to expand everyone's culinary palates.
pallets.
And I look up at the bartender and I'm like, you should start just like packaging these just like this. Just how she explained.
Right, maybe add some little crackers. Maybe you can do like a little bit of chocolate as a treat, you know, with all the meats and cheeses as well. And you can do like different kinds.
Well, my wife is definitely the chef around here. I could ask her. Hey, Diana! And you see him, like, disappear into the back again.
Damien comes down and sees everybody like discussing meats and cheeses, and he's just like, I hope I can get a bowl of soup. Sits down.
Damien, get over here. You have to try this. It is so good.
I have a very serious question.
Yeah.
How much have you eaten already?
I think I've eaten like half of this charcuterie platter.
And he's like, oh, fuck. I did say I'd pay for it, didn't I? I should have come down with you.
Another reason just to have the berries. I mean, and you had that with they provide so much. Is that? I don't know. I've never had them with anything else.
If you don't finish it, you just take it for later. It's okay.
No, but you had that with the cheese, and there's already so much. I don't know. They're so filling already.
Theothu, I want you right now to take this fruit. I want you to take this fruit. I'm going to put a bit of cheese on it, and I want you to eat it and try it right now.
I mean, fine, I suppose. It just seems a bit of a waste, I guess. And yeah, he'll like bite into it.
We're just staring at you with anticipation. I think I've got like both hands on my cheeks, just like waiting.
Stealthy, you bite down into it, and they give you a very simple, like, cheddar cheese. It's nothing crazy.
I mean, I can get the appeal, but it's just the efficiency of it. It's. I mean, when you're just traveling in the woods, and I mean, you're not going to be carrying this around, are you? Do you?
Well, you can carry salted meat. It's where you take meat and you put salt on it to help it be preserved for longer. It makes good rations. I don't know where you pulled berries out of, but I'm not particularly good at foraging, so.
Oh well, I just created them, I suppose, as you could say.
Do you have like a plant that grows berries on you?
No, but I have this, and again, he'll kind of like hold up his little crystal around his neck.
Your god's pretty amazing if he can just create berries out of nowhere. You know what? Sign me up. That sounds really cool. I'd like to do that.
Is this how you multi-class into a cleric? Just for the good berry spell?
Becomes an artificer cleric because he wants good berry.
Can you even get good berries?
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's fully a druid thing.
It's Druid Ranger.
So you don't even get it.
My wisdom is significantly higher than my intelligence as an artificer. Just saying.
I'm crouched over the charcuterie board with Rubo, and I have a little bit of flame coming out of a fingertip to melt some of the cheese on top of one of the fruits.
You melt it?
Yeah. Try it like this. I mean, if we had a little place to roast the fruits and then put a little bit of melted cheese on it, and I feel like that would be really good. Or you could roast the fruits and like sugar it a bit. You know, easy little things. Try it with melted.
Oh, like cheese dipped chocolates. My wife made them once. They were amazing.
Right.
I pick it up. Another single tear down my cheek. I can't believe I've never had this.
Right. You just have to try different things and see what you like. It's very easy. I don't know why people don't do it more often. But I'm going to spend all day sitting here making you try different forms of cheese. If I don't, out of all the posters in front of me, I am going to pull the one out of regarding the missing people of Sparkling Grove, outside Sparkling Grove of the little town. and just kind of hold it up towards everyone else. I mean, you two said you were going towards the Sparkling Grove anyways.
Oh, you guys are going to the Sparkling Grove?
Right, yes. I want to walk a straight line through it.
That's weird.
Yeah. Do you want to come with?
I do need to find some things, and I like feel around on my body, but I'm not wearing my own clothes. Fuck, I have a list. Oh my god, it's in the
It's in your pants in the water!
I take off into upstairs. I'm just full sprint, and I get upstairs.
I wish everyone could see all of our collective faces as we all realized at the same time that the list was in his pants, which was in the tub full of water.
One of the downsides of not having video, but we were all terrified.
But I get there, and I'm just like diving through my clothes, pulling things out till I get to my pants, and I try to save the note. Is it readable anymore?
You can read maybe 2 or 3 words. Everything else, the ink has essentially been partly lifted.
It's been soaking for a minute. We were busy trying cheese.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think he's just sitting there. He's like, "Fuck, Vasara's gonna be pissed." Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'll figure it out. I kind of remember, and it's fine. This stuff's probably clean anyway. And I start like just pulling it out of the like water and like starting to let it dry. And I make my way back downstairs, and I'm like, I need things, but I don't remember what they are. Maybe I don't know if you guys can help me like figure it out or something. I don't know, but we'll just like ask around on the way and see if anybody knows. It's like a birdhouse for little people, something like that. I don't remember. I don't know. You know, like those weird little winged people.
Fairies. Pixies.
Fairies. That's what it is.
Fairies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that one.
And you need to make them a birdhouse? What is this for?
I think so. I was trying to find some items for an employer of mine, but it said something about needing do they live in birdhouse? I don't know where they live. Does that mean?
I mean, I've never personally like made friends with individuals of that nature, but so I couldn't say where they live. But I'm sure we could find things to make a birdhouse if that's what you need.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
I assume I used to tell stories to my little girl about like fairies and magic and all that kind of stuff. Would I have any idea what the stories would say about where they lived?
Make me a history check.
I'm so good at this. That's a 3.
You try to think back, and you remember something in one of your stories about a mini castle, but you also remember that, oh wait, I made up that story.
Checks.
And you realize that all the stories that you told your daughter about fairies were made up by you.
Wait, what? Never mind. Does the bartender come out at this point at all?
Yes. As you guys were talking, he came out, but he lets you finish your conversation and then makes his way over with 4 plates of stacked meats, cheeses, and crackers of varying types, with a couple little pieces of what look like little fudges in the middle. And he goes, "So, I'm sorry it took so long. You came up with this brilliant idea, and my wife freaked out about it, so she wanted you to sample some of what she made based off of your idea." And he puts down plates in front of you, and he's like, "I'm not going to charge you for this, because I don't know if it's going to be good or not."
I think you see Rubo just breathing heavily. He's like, if we could package these up so I could take them with me.
They would be on the go little like snack packs, super easy to just throw in your bag. And you would just have lunch. Okay, Rubo, I'm going to take the first plate.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a little sandwich with the crackers and meat and cheese. Okay, try this one first. You're the taste tester. We want to try it all together and also separately.
That one's good, but it's not my favorite, but it is good.
Fuck this adventuring shit. Let's start a business, guys. Okay, is the fudge included? Is it a good dessert to end the meal?
That's amazing!
Oh, okay, so good on the fudge.
Just finishes it off.
Right, yes. finishes off the meal like a nice, neat little bow. And I'm gonna finish going through each of the plates using Rubo as the taste tester. I don't eat any of it, but I'm gonna, he's gonna be the guinea pig that tests them and see which pair best with which one.
No, I rank them all. I just like move the plates that are like in arrangement of like favorite to worst.
I give comprehensive feedback to the bartender and his wife, like extremely detailed notes on each of the flavors and textures and aftertastes and undertones and extremely obsessive comprehensive notes.
I think like exactly 5 slices of meat, 5 slices of cheese, and 5 crackers is the perfect amount with
Right,
one small fudge.
And he's furiously taking notes this entire time, just
Perfect.
like getting all of this down for his wife, who's still cooking in the kitchen. And Thelthu, Damien, do you guys try any of it?
Damien's gonna kind of like wait for him to get done taking notes.
And yeah,
then
Thelthu will just like shrug.
Okay.
If it's all about traveling snacks, just the berries, you just put them in a bag. But throws up his hands and he'll like put the berries in in his bag. He doesn't have pockets. And yeah, he'll have a couple and just be like, yeah, all right, it's pretty good, I guess.
Everyone's buying it. I'm like, come on, Thelthu, get on the ground floor. This is an investment of a lifetime.
Get on board, Thelthu.
Meanwhile, Damien's like, lad, I have a very concerning question. With how much food they ate, how much is that gonna cost me? I told them I'd pay for it. I'm just kind of concerned I might not have the coin for the amount of food that he can put away.
The bartender looks at you with pity and is like, "You saved my bar. I'm not gonna make you pay for anything."
Oh, you're a blessing. Can I just get a nice soup? That's all I want. Something simple.
He looks at you and kind of nods and he goes, "My wife makes the best chicken noodle soup. I'll bring you some."
Perfect. Granted, I might debate that. My wife makes used to make a pretty mean chicken noodle soup.
Well, I guess we'll see. And he disappears into the back with his stack of notes about all of the meat and cheese combos.
I think a lot of great ideas are being had right now at this bar. I think there's a lot of good things happening. Are you all? I feel like you should all come to the Sparkling Grove because that's where I'm going to go.
Yes. I forgot real quick. I also there's a couple other things I needed that were on that list before I forget about it.
Right. We got
there was
distracted.
there was like a firewood sword. We gotta ask somebody about the firewood sword, and then this one I do remember, but it is the most confusing. I need some sort of animal communication device. It said that, and it confused me, and I remember it saying that specifically.
Okay.
I'm apparently supposed to be able to find all these things somewhere in or around the Sparkling Grove.
That is quite an extraordinary list, because I ain't never seen a fairy birdhouse or a wooden sword that's on fire. Well, I mean, I've lit a wooden sword on fire on accident, but I've never seen one that's supposed to be that way.
Neither have I.
And I mean, my daughter used to say she could talk to the birds, but I think she was just being young and,
Yeah, I have no idea. I've seen some crazy magic items in my lifetime, and it's probably exists, right?
Wait, you've seen magic items, like real magic?
I mean, I guess I don't know if they're real magic. Usually, where I'm from, they're just kind of they use these things for making coin on the street, little trinkets and baubles that could do cool things. And yeah, some of the things that I've collected for my employer they're supposedly pretty powerful. I haven't really used any of them because they're not mine to toy around with, but they're apparently pretty cool and pretty valuable.
That sounds really interesting. I'd like to see something like that.
I had a magic well growing up. Does that count?
What makes a well magical?
Well, the water would turn into an image. I never really understood it, if it was seeing the future or just showing you someplace else. But I remember you would have to speak magic words over it, and you could see stuff in the water.
Like fish?
No, like places and people. There were a lot of magic items where I grew up. There was a lot of magic happening there.
I ain't never seen nothing like that, so that'd be really cool to see as well. I'd like to see this magic well and what it does.
Have you ever been to the Andros Isle? It's a little island off the west coast.
Looks at his pamphlets.
There is a pamphlet about the Andros Isle.
He's like, oh, in the Isle right here. I got a pamphlet for that one.
Oh my god, you have a pamphlet about the Andros Isle? What does it say? I'm just curious about what it says about my home.
I don't know. It's got a lot of things written on it. Here, hands it to her. Waits for his soup.
I think the idea is that you don't know exactly what it says right now, but the only thing I could think is, does Damien know how to read? Yeah, I think it says something and just handed science off.
Listen, he can read. He might not read very fast, but he can read. He has to know how to do numbers to be a blacksmith, you know?
True. It's just the way that conversation just laid out. I was like, in my head, I was like, is this setting up that you don't know how to read? And then I was like, no, you read something earlier, I think.
Motherfucker, are you literate? Anyways, after I skim over the Andros Isle pamphlet, I will eventually give it back to him, but I am very interested in just seeing what it, the outside perspective is of my home.
Mm-hmm. It says a few things about, like, it has the history of, like, your grandfather founding the Isle hundreds of years back, and it talks about how it's now, like, a budding area for magic of all sorts, and there have been many magic schools constructed there, so many wizards travel far and wide to attend schools there. But this is mostly stuff that you knew already.
Yeah. It doesn't mention the Darcy name, does it? It just mentions his name.
Yeah, it just mentions his name.
Okay, sick. I don't need anyone to know my family owns an island. Anyways, I'll give it back.
Puts it back in his bag with the rest of them.
I love your pamphlets. Such a boundless source of information.
I mean, my daughter got me a bunch of them. She married some merchant lady, and they travel around.
That's lovely. I love traveling. I wanted to do it so much growing up, and now that I'm actually doing it, it's fantastic. But the Sparkling Grove is that kind of the consensus here? Because I would love to go there, and I haven't had company in quite a while.
I don't mind as long as you watch the glass stuff. That's a little disconcerting.
It's a glass. It's not always glass that comes out of there. It's fine. I mean, stuff doesn't normally come out. That's what I meant to say. Nothing comes out of my throat that is weird. That is what I meant to say. Ignore the other thing that I said.
All right, that was a weird statement. Once I get me some soup in my belly, I'm probably gonna go to bed. I don't know about you, but I took a fair beating a little bit ago. Though I like a bar fight like every now and then. That one was a bit larger than I'm used to. Usually it's just me and a mate, fisticuffs.
Right. I got stabbed.
I think I realized that, like, he's talking about being hurt, and I'm like, oh, where does it hurt?
The back of the head.
And I, like, go to reach, I guess, like, rub the back of his head, and I'm like, it's not weird, hold on. And I'll use my, like, healing hands to give you 3 hit points back.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't know where I picked this up, but that should help a little bit.
Thank you, that's pretty kind. Can you just heal people like that?
Sometimes. I don't know, it's not a perfect science, I guess.
You'd make a pretty damn good doctor in my hometown, let me tell you.
It's not like, if someone's really hurt, I guess I don't, I can't really do a lot, but I can, like, usually help out a little bit, heal a couple scrapes and bruises.
Is it better than pouring water on a wound, putting a little salt on it, and wrapping it up?
Don't know. I've never done that.
I don't recommend it. Burns like hell.
My skin itches thinking about that. I feel like just thinking about that makes me want to remove my skin.
You treated your open wound similarly to a shot of tequila, so.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes he used tequila. Our doctor's not the brightest man in the town, but I must say his methods do seem to work sometimes, most of the time.
They work sometimes half of the time.
And Damien, you realize that somewhere within that conversation, you don't know when the bartender snuck up and placed a bowl of soup in front of you, but there is now a full steaming hot bowl of chicken noodle soup in front of you.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'm gonna try it. Is it better than my wife's?
It's pretty damn close.
You weren't kidding. It's pretty close to what my wife does. It's really good. I like it. Makes me think I'm home again. Appreciate it, mate.
Anything for the guy who saved my bar. And you see him disappear and go out from behind the bar, start going to collect some of the charred bar stools and tables and survey the damage from Chatwin's corner.
I don't make eye contact. I just the hands on the side of my face to block the, my peripheral vision to just sort of. I don't make eye contact. Okay.
Are any of the chairs or tables any of them broken in two, a leg is a leg missing on any of them? I'm essentially just asking if mending would work on any of them.
There's a few of them that have broken off. There's a couple tables that are missing legs that were obviously used as weapons within the bar fight. There's one stool that is completely split in half that you're assuming somebody broke over somebody else's head. Stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, seeing the barkeep do that, he's going to turn to everyone else and be like, one moment. And just get up from the table and go, just that stool, and just cast mend on it to kind of reform it together.
Alrighty.
Kind of like a dark, night sky, almost kind of band-aids around it for fusing the items together. I guess tape probably is a better metaphor.
It's awesome. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool.
I really need to meet this god because that's something else. I was just going to use some nails.
You're the second person who I seem to have almost persuaded of the, I don't know, not power, but I don't know, I don't know what the right word is, but it seems to be a weird trend that is going on with me. I suppose.
The coolness?
Sure. Let's go with that one.
Damien, have you not seen much magic in your life?
No, not at all. We had some performers come through and they did some really cool things, but I'm pretty sure most of that was just for show. I've never seen anybody do that to a stool, a wheel of a cart, or anything like that. That's awesome.
I quickly hold one of my hands out and I cast light and it just shines out of my hand. And I'm like, what about this? And then I close it, ending the light in the right hand, and I pop up the left hand and cast it in my left hand. And I do it again, back.
To the point that you're juggling the light.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to look like I'm tossing it, but I'm just like it's in one hand and then it kind of disappears and appears in the other hand.
And he's like, well, that's really interesting. It's not quite as fascinating as that was, but that's still pretty cool. Or shooting brightly colored flames. That was really cool as well. You all very interesting. Maybe this adventuring thing ain't as bad as I thought it might be after I got eaten by some giant. Don't worry about it.
Right, that seems like something I shouldn't worry about.
And he's gonna be like, lad, I'm going to bed. That was a good meal and a good drink. If you got any broken chairs, just leave them in a corner. I'll come down early in the morning and start fixing up what I can.
And the bartender does not turn to face you as he goes, sounds good. Thanks.
I go upstairs, put my shield against the wall, and put my bag down and just kind of lay back against the shield. And I was like, oh.
As you start to lay down,
Oh no.
Don't like that. Mm-mm.
you feel a bit of dampness on your leg, and you realize that Rubo has strewn all of his clothes, his wet clothes, to dry all over the floor.
And he's just gonna be
Oh
like,
my God.
oh, I'm gonna kill this lad. When my son was just a itty bitty lad, he didn't do this. I'd have beat him silly. You know what? That's fine. You make your bed, you lay in it, and I put all his clothes under his blanket, and then go lay back down.
Fuck yeah.
Even though he probably is not going to care at all.
Probably not.
Okay, so how is everyone else prepping for bed?
I think I'm just pounding down this meat and cheese, these snack to goes, and I think it's getting to a point where like I'm just kind of like stuffed of meat and cheese, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe bed doesn't sound so bad. I've had a very, very long week. I guess I'll see all of you in the morning.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. When we go to the Sparkling Grove.
Like noon or something, right?
I typically get up earlier than that. First light, kind of early.
Oh, okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll have some meat and cheese ready.
And I think Rubo goes, okay, I'll see you then. I'm glad I'm going to bed early.
I think I just go to my room and I get some of the extra bedding and I cover up any mirrors that may be there, any sort of reflective surface. I make sure to cover it up, lock the door and put a chair up against it, and sit and read one of my books that I have with me for a couple hours until it starts getting a little darker before I go to bed.
As you prep for bed, Santhavek will, as usual, pop into your brain, be like, Chatvin, are you sure about this little group of friends that you have gathered for yourself? They seem like strange people.
They do, but I am also incredibly strange. I don't want to travel by myself anymore. I want to travel with other people. There's safety in numbers, and it's easier for me to blend in when I'm not on my own. You know this.
Yes, I do. But I also know that there is a lot that has happened, hence both of us sharing a body, that these people may not understand.
Which is why I don't tell them. Why do you think I just don't tell people this? I'm not going to... It's fine. They don't need to know everything about me. Just because we're going to do a job together does not mean they need to know everything.
Alright, but be warned. If any of them turn out to be sketchy in any way, I am using your fire.
No,
myself.
No. You're not. No, that's not. If anything goes wrong, then we leave. We don't. There's simple ways to do this. We'll deal with it as it comes.
Fine, but you have to let me shoot fire out of your hands at some point.
No, I will not.
But why not?
Because I said so. We don't need to. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
You realize I am a 1,000-year-old being, not a child.
Then act like it, maybe. There are more solutions than just kill this person, okay?
Fine. I will listen when one of them works. And you feel her kind of shut up for the evening.
I sit and I just read.
Alright. Delthu, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be waiting around, at least in the bar, because he, if I'm remembering correctly, the captain and the sailors were coming to, pop in at some point, I think. That's the only reason he showed up at this bar, if I'm remembering everything correctly.
They had mentioned showing up at one point, and go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. Okay, that is going to be good. It's 17 plus... 17 plus perception of 5, so that's 22.
All right. You start, when you realize that Captain Garner was supposed to come here and buy you a drink and hang out with you, you begin glancing around the bar, trying to see if anyone new has come in or anything, and you do see a couple of men in the sleeping pile that look like some of Captain Garner's men from on the ship. Like, you see the little Kenku that was the spotter among the pile of sleeping brawlers that still hasn't woken up.
A crow in the crow's nest. Classic.
Oh, they were the ones fighting?
Yeah. You notice a couple
okay.
of them, yeah, but you don't see Captain Garner among those that you do recognize.
Okay. Well, that's peculiar. I'm just going to quickly jot that down. Yeah, I mean, if... That's strange. If you see some of the crew, it's fine. I think he's. What time? I guess it's evening, but he'll spend some time just casting mend on any piece of thing that isn't completely broken, that has at least 2 pieces to kind of put back together that isn't bigger than a foot,
Mm-hmm.
and try to just repair some of the damage. Because this is supposed to be a place that attracts the good kind of people, not ruffians.
Yeah, you start putting more bar stools together. There are a couple broken tables that you are able to mend, but some of them are still a little too big. You can't repair any of the tables that have been fully split in half, but you do manage to repair, I'd say, 3 bar stools and a couple legs that came off of one table. And it gets into like mid-evening, like 6 or 7 o'clock, and there's no sign of Captain Garner or any of them. You do witness, however, the bartender having a full-on breakdown in the corner over the damage done to his bar.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go over and just I'm gonna just go over there and just go, excuse me, sir. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly caused all of this? I was told that your sale attracts the good kind of people, and I didn't think that many of these guests tonight were the good kind of people. What happened?
He kind of sniffles. Like, as soon as you pop up, he kind of flinches and, like, wipes away the tears. Like, I honestly don't know. It was like 1 minute everyone was having a good time, like usual. I've broken up a couple bar fights in my day. It's usually 3 or 4 people at max, and everyone else either steps in to stop it or watches. But this, it was like everyone kind of had the same idea at the same time, and a couple insults were hurled, and all of a sudden everyone was fighting. I don't understand, but this is gonna take forever to clean. And he starts crying again.
Well, I may not be able to be too much help, but I was quite good with a mop, if that could help you in any way.
Are you sure? You guys have done a lot already today. I don't want to make you do any more.
It's quite all right. Truthfully, I don't sleep too long, so it would be no bother to me.
All right. And he walks over to what's equivalent to a janitorial closet these days and pulls out a mop and a bucket, which he goes and fills with water from the back. He brings it to you and is like, any help would be much appreciated.
Of course. And I'm going to... I do. I'm going to try to put one of my hands on his shoulder unless he like flinches or stops in any way.
He doesn't resist.
Okay. I would say, this all was fated to happen by the stars, and something good must come of it. And I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay. And you see him kind of perk up a little, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Then he'll get to work.
He'll kind of watch as you start mopping the floor, and he starts wiping down tables, and you guys go well into the night cleaning up. It's definitely a lot easier to clean a floor on solid ground than it is on a rocking ship. But as you both clean well into the night, I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please go follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Chronicles of Kriath Pod, all one word, all lowercase. And we will see you again next week for everyone's journey to the Sparkling Grove. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye. Rulo, wake up. You gotta help me.
Fuck!
First light, motherfucker!